This
thing, you
conference will now be recorded.
just follow it up, understand how it is written, and then you people can try. Okay. I hope everybody are able to see the screen. Just remove the values, everything. So here we are talking about premium bus service. Okay, Volvo model. So let me read out the case study and then we will start solving it. So cost assumed here for the bus, that is Volvo bus, the actual bus cost is 75 lakh, which includes the other charges like registration, insurance, taxes, everything included. The cost of the bus is 75 lakh rupees. Also, since the bus will be used for hire purpose, we leave some margin for the accessories that might get added to it. Some amount will have to be spent for acquiring all India permit and for other transportation purposes. So here straightly we'll take the cost of the bus as 75 lakh. So the company can incur 10% maintenance cost on the bus per year with the escalation of 15% year on year. That is on maintenance cost. Due to excessive usage of the bus, it is assumed that the life of the bus will be only for 4 years. The income tax department follows the written down value method of depreciation. The specified rate of depreciation will be 25%. So company couldn't purchase the bus through its own cash reserves. It needed help from the bank. The company took loan of 75% of the total cost of the bus. The bank, however, charged an interest rate of 15% with a tenure of 4 years only. Interest rate value is expected to be high as the vehicle will be used for commercial purpose. The repayment schedule is going to constant amount to be paid every year. You also have the option to pay back the amount in lump sum. But the bank is insisting to pay the loan amount, some amount every year. Okay, the cost of equity will be 20%. So 75% loan we are taking. On the bus service starts, once the bus service starts, the bus has a seating capacity of 35 and the load factor of 50%, and the mileage is only for 5 kilometers per liter. Total distance from Mumbai to Pune and back is around 310 kilometers. Okay. So then time taken for one trip from Mumbai to Pune is 3 hours. So the Volvo work company is going to work for 4 hours. That means per day they are going to take 4 trips in a day. Also other cost could be taken, like the driver cost 1200 per for every Mumbai return. So that means 600 per trip. And the toll price to be paid during the trip is 3200. So 800 will be the toll price. Miscellaneous charges would be 300 per trip. Miscellaneous cost will include the cost of parking the bus in the shed. Amount acts as the buffer and also takes the consideration the cost associated with the co-driver. To generate revenue, while Volvo decides to charge 350 rupees per person, and due to the inflation they plan escalate the ticket by 10% every year. So 350 is the ticket fare where 10% will be increased year on year. The diesel required by the bus is 60 By the bus charge 64 rupees per litre with the escalation of 15%. So the cost of the diesel is 64, which is getting increased 15% year on year. Evaluate the above proposal for running the premium bus service between Mumbai and Pune. Assume the tax rate is 5%. The income generated from this business will be invested in other place to make an additional income of 5%. Okay. So now based on this information, I have to evaluate. So first let me put the costs. So let me put the line items. So the cost of the bus is 75 lakh. So maintenance. So maintenance, how much they are telling? 10% of maintenance cost. So 10%. Escalation in the maintenance cost, 15%. Then life of the bus is, so it is used, life of the bus will be for 4 years. So depreciation rate. So depreciation rate will be straight line method, that is 25%. So life of bus is 4 years. Straight line method. Seating capacity of the bus. So seating capacity is 35 numbers, 35 seats. Load factor. So they are telling it is load factor is 50%. Tariff. Ticket we are going to charge is 350 per person. So to charge 350 per person. Escalation in tariff. So they are telling ticket price, escalate ticket price by 10%. Debt. So debt, how much they are telling? So 75% loan. Took 75% loan. So it will be 75%. Equity will be 25%. So interest on debt is, so interest rate, how much they are telling? 15% rate of interest. So 15%. Tenure, loan is for 4 years. So loan is for 4 years. Cost of equity, we are not going to give anything. So fuel efficiency. So fuel efficiency, how much they are telling? So mileage 5 kilometers per liter. So 5 kilometers. Driver cost. So driver cost, how much is going to take? So 1200 for every Mumbai return. That means per trip is going to charge 600 rupees. Miscellaneous, it is 3200. So 3200. So miscellaneous will be, sorry here, miscellaneous charges will be 300. Toll amount, so 1200. So 4 trips we are going to do, so it will be 800. Tax rate. So tax rate, how much they are telling? So tax rate will be 5%. 5%. Debt amount, we'll keep it like that only. Interest income. Interest on income will be 5%. So here invested. So interest income 5%. So diesel per liter will be 64 rupees. Diesel required by the charge at 64 rupees per liter. 64 rupees. And diesel price escalation. Escalation in the diesel is 15%. Inflation in the, so here they are telling inflation in the miscellaneous expenditures. So miscellaneous also, so inflation also includes driver cost and miscellaneous 15%. So route, it is from Mumbai to Pune. Distance is, so how much is the distance they are telling? So total distance, so Mumbai to Pune, again from Pune to Mumbai, it is 310, both together. So it will be from one side, it will be 155 kilometers. Estimated hours taken. So they are taking telling that one trip will take almost 3 hours. So 3 hours per day, how many trips they are going to take? So they are going to take 4 trips. 12 hours means it is 4 trips we are going to take. So you have to put the line items over here. So I'll give you some time, just put this line items. Done, guys? Okay, we'll move to the next portion, income statement. So as they have told about the other incomes and all, so here we have the option of this other income, which we are going to add it later. So in order to understand, that's why I have kept it highlighted. So this one we are going to do it in the last. So first we need to calculate the revenue now. So how we are going to calculate the revenue? So I tell equals, so the tariff, so the ticket cost is 350 into, so how much is seating capacity? 35 seats into, excuse me, so load factor is 50% into, per day they are going to take 4 trips like this, 4 into So this is per day. Okay, so like this I need to calculate it for 365 days. So the cost of the ticket, the seating capacity, the load factor, number of trips and number of days, 365 days. Enter. And they are telling that there is an escalation in the revenue, so by 10%. Okay, so I'm going to take equals the previous year value into 1 plus 10%. Sorry, so I'll come here and drag it. So this is done. Next, other income, for instance, I'm not going to do anything. Fuel cost. So fuel cost, how much they are telling? So it is 155 kilometers. So I'm going to take it like 155 kilometers. So the fuel efficiency per liter, it is going to give 5 liter 5 kilometers per liter. So then we are going to take 4 trips. So it is, the cost of the fuel is, so diesel cost is 64 rupees, and this is per day. So I need to calculate it for 365 days. So fuel cost, how I have taken, so the total distance divided by, so how many kilometers per liter divided, I have to do 4 trips. I'm going to take the cost of the diesel per liter is 64, and this one I have to calculate it for 365 days. And here also they are telling that diesel price escalation is going to happen by 15%. So here on here there is an increase into 1 plus 15%. So maintenance and expenses. So maintenance and expenses, how much? So what they are telling for maintenance and expenses. So here, so maintenance will be 10%. So it will be like 10% on the revenue. So let's see here they have mentioned. So the company can incur 10% maintenance of the on the bus per year. So 15% there is year on year increase. So maintenance expenses, it will be on the revenue. So I'm going to take the revenue into 10% on that. Okay, and they are telling that 15% increase escalation is happening here on here. I'll take the previous year value into 1 plus 15%. So solve this till here. Any doubts till here? Everybody understood? Type in 1 if you people have understood till here. Okay. So try solving till here.
Ma'am, can you scroll up, ma'am?
Done, guys? Okay, let me go further. So now driver cost. So driver cost, how much it is? 600. So 600. So it is for 4 days, 4 trips per day, and I need to calculate it for 365 days. And here what they are telling, so that driver cost. So here driver cost, there is an inflation by 5% here on here. So I'll tell equals previous year into 1 plus 15%. So miscellaneous 300. So 300 into 4, This is per day and I need to calculate it for 365 days. So miscellaneous also, what they are telling, 15% increase is there, hike is there, previous year value into 1 plus 15%. Then toll amount, so toll amount 800 equals 800. So they are going to take 4 trips per day and this is for 365 days, which I need to calculate. And toll amount, nowhere they have mentioned any such increase or anything is there in the toll amount. So this amount is going to remain the same every year. Okay, so I'll come here. So cost of revenue will be sum of the operating expenses. So solve it till here. Any doubts, please ask. Any doubts, please ask. Guys, excuse me. Hello. Yes, sir. ಎಲ್ಲಿದ್ದೀರಾ ಸರ್? ಮೇಘನಾ ಫುಡ್ಸ್ ಹತ್ರ ಇದ್ದೀರಾ? ಕೆಳಗಡೆಗಿದ್ದೀರಾ? ಹಾಂ ಸರ್, ಬಂದೆ, ಒಂದೇ ನಿಮಿಷ ಬಂದೆ ರೀ. Guys, just a moment, keep doing it. I'll just come. Guys, any doubt? So next, in order to calculate the gross profit, so it will be sum of sum of revenue minus cost of revenue. Then depreciation. So depreciation, so how much they are telling depreciation? So the useful life of the bus will be only for 4 years. So 75 lakh divided by 4. So this is going to remain same. Interest expenses that is on the loan. So here we are going to take the loan of 75%. So we are going to take the loan. So before we get into this interest expenses, we need to calculate the debt schedule. So debt schedule, it will be equals 75 lakhs into 75%. So out of the 75 lakhs, 75% I am going to take the loan. Okay, so that will be the debt amount. So beginning of the period, first year, whatever the loan I have taken, that will be my beginning of the period. Interest expenses. So interest, how much they are telling. So we are going to take the loan and the interest would be 15%. So here I have to calculate equals the loan amount into 15%. So this will be my interest expenses. EAI. So in order to calculate, so previously we have solved many balance sheet where we have done with this EAI. So how am I going to do? I'm going to equal annual installment, that is. So I'm going to apply the PMT function. So rate of interest is 15%. NPER, it is for 4 years, and the PV, present value, the loan amount is this. So future value will be 0, type will be 0 for the end of the period. Enter. So here the amount is showing in negative. Why? Because we are going to pay the amount. So I am going to just make some changes. I am going to put a minus sign before this PMT. Okay. So now principal repaid will be EAI minus interest expenses. So this is the amount what I am paying them back. So end of the period, how much is the loan amount that is remaining? So it will be beginning of the period minus principal repaid. So this will be the amount which is left. Okay, so I am going to take this value. So last year's end of the period debt amount, that will be my beginning of the amount, beginning of the loan amount. So interest expenses, so here I have taken this value. So I am going to just come here and drag it. So here automatically you can see the current year's value it is going to take. So EAI, so this one also I am just going to drag it. So this one wherein I am taking this values, so this one also I'll just drag it, and here also I'm just going to drag it. So somewhere something is gone wrong. Okay, EAI means equal annual installment. So this is going to remain same for all the years. So I'm going to take the previous year value. So end of the period, the loan amount will become 0. Understood with this debt schedule? Type in 1 if you have understood the debt schedule. If you want me to explain it once again, I'll explain it. If you have understood, type in 1. Only 2 people have understood. If you want me to explain it once again, never mind, you can tell, I'll explain it once again. Okay. Anybody did not understood, please tell. You want me to explain it once again? Okay. Let me show you the debt schedule. You people can solve this. So solve this debt schedule.
Ma'am, can you explain after PMT, ma'am?
So after PMT, they are telling end of the period. So end of the period means PMT, it is equal annual installment where I am taking the PMT function. 15% is the rate of interest. So NPER is 4 years. Present value is the beginning of the loan amount. So future value it is 0. Type is 0. Okay. So now here, what is the end of the period? End of the period means, so debt amount, what is remaining? So principal repaid. I need to tell the principal repaid. So here I am taking, so I'm going to take the principal repaid is interest amount. So I have to take the equal annual installment minus interest. So whatever the remaining amount is, that will be my principal repaid. Out of this 56 lakhs 25,000, whatever it is there, no, how much I have repaid the principal amount. So when I remove the interest amount, the remaining will be the uh, principal repaid. So end of the period. In order to know this, so principal, so beginning loan amount minus principal repaid. So that is the remaining loan amount for that particular year, which will be carried on to the next year. So previously
Okay, ma'am.
we did not had this option. Principal repaid was there, then we had the end of the period. But here a slight changes. Just one line above, front and back we have put, that's it. So
Okay,
check
ma'am.
if your values are correct. Any doubts, please ask. Done. So let's move to the next one. So now coming back to the interest calculation. So till here everybody is clear? Type in 1 if you people have understood till the debt schedule.
Ma'am, can you explain the cost of revenue again?
So cost of revenue is, so first I'm going to take the operating expenses. So whatever the expenses is happening like fuel cost, maintenance expenses, driver cost, miscellaneous cost, all amount, whatever the expenses are there. So cost of revenue means whatever the revenue I'm getting, on that how much is the expenses that is being incurred. So that will be my cost of revenue. So EBIT, that is gross profit, will be, so sum of revenue minus the cost of revenue. So that will be my gross profit. Clear?
Yes, ma'am, thank you.
So interest expenses. So interest expenses. So here whatever the interest expenses is there, so that I am going to take it here. So interest expenses, I am going to drag it. Then profit before tax would be, will be gross profit minus depreciation minus interest expenses. So this will be my profit before tax. So first year PBT will be in negative. Income tax, so as there is nothing, I have not received any profit, so it will be 0 for the first year. Second year it will be, so in here that they have said, so tax will be 5%. So assume tax is 5%. So it will be equals previous year PBT into 5%. Profit after tax would be, so it is profit before tax minus the tax. So solve it till here. From the interest expenses, ಏನಾಯ್ತು? Guys, done? Understood till here? Any doubts? If anybody is having any doubts, please tell. I'll explain it. So now let's calculate the balance sheet. So balance sheet, so cash, we have to calculate it later. So for instance, I'm going to keep it on hold. So that's why I have put the mark. Now PPE gross. So PPE gross, it will be 75 lakh. So this is going to remain same for all the year. So PPE gross will be the same. So accumulated depreciation. So accumulated depreciation, so depreciation value, let's check. So first here the depreciation value is 0. Okay, I'm going to take it. So sorry. Accumulated depreciation means, so previous year plus current year. I need to add this both. So it will be equals. So the previous year accumulated depreciation plus the current year depreciation. PPE net will be, sorry, PPE gross minus accumulated depreciation. So this will be the PPE net. Then total assets would be, so cash plus the PPE net. So on the liability side equals, so debt amount. So starting year I have taken this, so 56 lakhs 25,000. So I have to take this entire debt amount. Equity will be, it is on 75 lakh into 25%. 75% I had taken the loan, so the remaining 25 becomes my equity. So this is going to remain same. Retained profit would be, So the first year it is 0 retained profit. So the next year it is previous year value plus profit after tax. So the previous year retained profit, whatever it is there, plus the current year profit after tax. Total liabilities would be so total liabilities plus debt plus equity plus retained profit. So here the amount should get tallied. ಅದು ಇದು ಬಂದಿರೋದು ಇಲ್ಲ ಇಲ್ಲ okay, so till here the people can do it this. So once we solve with the cash part, so the answers will get tallied. So do it till here. In the meantime, I'll take the attendance. Any doubts till here? Sanshita, answer your attendance, guys. Sanshita, sorry.
Present, ma'am.
Anna.
Present, ma'am.
Varshita.
Present, ma'am.
Trisha.
Present, ma'am.
Sarah.
Present, ma'am.
Sahana.
Present, ma'am.
Yesterday you were present, Sahana.
No, ma'am.
Gangotri.
Present, ma'am.
Sunena. Sunena. Shivani. Shivani. Lasya. Dharika.
Sunaina, present. I got locked. Present, ma'am.
This
Network.
is Dharika. Sunena I have marked present.
Sunaina.
Oh.
Sunaina.
Yeah, I am marked it. Shreya Shri.
Dharika, present.
Dharika present. Okay. Shreya.
Present, ma'am.
Preeti.
Present, ma'am.
Preeti, yesterday you were present.
Yes, ma'am, I was present yesterday.
Okay. Nidhishri.
Present, miss.
Agnes. Agnes. Jerita.
Present, ma'am.
This is Jerita or Agnes? Ananya.
Present, ma'am.
Ma'am, Agnes is present.
Okay. Shreya.
Present, ma'am.
Sahitya.
Yeah, present.
Present, ma'am.
Priyanka.
Present, ma'am.
Attira. Attira. Safiya.
Present, ma'am.
Taruna.
Present, ma'am.
Nimra.
Present, ma'am.
Shushmita.
Present, ma'am.
Ria.
Present, ma'am.
Sharlene.
Present, ma'am. Ma'am,
Srishti.
yesterday also I was present, but I was not able to answer, ma'am.
Sharlene.
I mean, I was not let in, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Srishti.
Present, ma'am.
Soumya.
Present, ma'am.
Sohini. Sohini. Aman. Aman.
Present, ma'am.
Yesterday you were present, Aman. Yesterday
No,
and
yesterday.
last class. 2 classes. Last 2
Last class I was
classes.
not present. Before that,
You are present.
last to last class I was present. Yes, sir.
Sneha.
Present, ma'am.
Siksha. Shiksha. Shuchi.
Present, ma'am.
Shafin.
Present, ma'am.
Rakshita.
Present, ma'am.
Yesterday you were present, Rakshita.
Ma'am, Shiksha present.
Yeah, I have marked Shiksha.
No, ma'am.
Rakshita, yesterday you were present.
No, ma'am.
Okay. Priyanka.
Ma'am.
Purvika.
Present, ma'am.
Harshita.
Present, ma'am.
Harshita, yesterday you were present.
No, ma'am.
Hema.
Present, ma'am.
Isha.
Present, ma'am.
Lassie. Abhirami.
Present, ma'am.
Arpita. Arpita. Anjali.
Present, ma'am.
This is Anjali.
Yes, ma'am.
Alpana.
Present, ma'am.
Kirtana.
Present, ma'am.
Pooja.
Present, ma'am.
Dania. Dania. Nimra. Sorry, Nirma. Sorry. Nirma. Faria.
Present, ma'am.
This is Nirma.
Yes, ma'am.
Faria.
Present, ma'am. This is Faria Lijas. Also, ma'am, Dania apparently is not able to unmute her mic. She's present.
Yesterday she was present.
Yes, ma'am. Yesterday the same problem is what.
Okay, fine, fine.
Ma'am, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am. Tell me.
Ma'am, Atmira present, ma'am.
Who's this? Atira.
Yes, ma'am, Athira.
Yesterday you were present, Atira?
Yes, ma'am, I was present.
Okay.
Yes, thank you, ma'am.
Yep. Done till here? Any doubts? Balance sheet. Cash flow.
Ma'am, Arpita is present.
Arpita. Arpita, you are present yesterday? Arpita?
Yes, ma'am.
So finish till here. Cash flow statement tomorrow will continue, and tomorrow we'll be having the revision, and followed up 10th will be having the exam. So I had put the word to them about your industrial visit. Let's see what can be done. But for instance, there is no changes. On 10th, the same timings, the exam link will be shared on the group. The instructions will be given that you have to take the exam. So let's see. We have informed them that there is an industrial visit and you people will be back only by 9 o'clock. So from the college end, there is no changes. So any changes has to be done, that has to be done from the college management. So if they tell there is an industrial visit, so the exam will be conducted some other day, then the changes would be applicable. If not, on the same day, same timings, we'll be having the exam.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
So somebody was having a doubt that they will not be available. I don't know who is that person. Who is that? Are you traveling or anything? Anything as such, if you can tell me in prior months, I'll just check out with the management for the particular student so that they can take the exam before or after. Somehow we can try to make some arrangements, but it cannot be done for everyone.
Ma'am, how was exam conducted, ma'am?
It will be the link, Google Forms. So the link will be shared for the exam. It will be multiple choice. So you can take it up in the mobile also, not at all an issue. You need to just choose the right answers, but it will be including Excel as well as financial modeling, both.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
So the duration will be for 1 hour, 1 hour 15 minutes, something it is. There will be 60 questions. Any doubts apart from it? Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, I think I won't be able to attend the test on Friday because I'll be out of
Abhirami,
state. Yes, ma'am.
you will be traveling
Yes, ma'am.
on on Friday.
Yes, ma'am.
When you are traveling evening,
Yes, ma'am.
so afternoon you will be available.
Yes, ma'am.
Only Abhirami is traveling who will not be able to take up with the exam. Is there anyone else?
Ma'am, even we have IV, ma'am, Friday.
Industrial visit is there, ma, but for everyone we cannot change. Any because of some personal reason you are not able to take the exam at that point of time means I can speak to our management, and for 1 or 2 students I can arrange, but not for the entire team. So I had put a word for yesterday's class also, we had informed. 1 second.